Hi there. Just been given a commission to make a sheath for these shears. They're actually shears for, excuse my expression, but for doing the bums of sheep to get them clean. To actually cut the hair off that's got mess on it. So I think in England we call them gidding shears, but there you go. Yes, my friend says could I possibly make a sheath for that, so I thought, well, I've got this kind of like English version of a Bowie knife here, and it's got a sheath there, so I'm thinking something similar to that. So obviously kind of make it like that, cut that shape down on the end. So, yeah, so I'll see what we can do. Okay, interesting project. Right, I'm going to use the sheath from that Bowie knife as a pattern. Say, why not? Okay, so I'm going to use this thicker hide for the back because it needs to be quite rigid because he's going to be carrying it out in the field, as it were. And sorry about that. And he would like the actual top cover to be black, so I'll see what I can do. So that's a bit softer, but well, see how it goes, eh? Right. Oh, sorry about that camera clicking away. It's trying to focus, and the focus is very noisy. Oh, there you go. It's basic shape. I suppose if I went like that, I would get the curve on the other end as well, wouldn't I? Doesn't need to be complicated, does it? We don't want to make it complicated. Life's complicated enough as it is. Look at that! Perfect in every way. Right, just cut that one out. Here we are, the basic shape for the back piece is cut out, and again, why not use what's already there on the pattern, as it were. So it works for the knife, I'm sure it'll work for the shears. So I'll just make a mark where I've got to put the slits for the where it goes on the belt. He says. Oh, that's good enough. There we go. Well, just cut those. Right, that's the slits marked. I'm going to use a hole cutter here to just put a hole at each end of the slit, so that kind of stops them potentially ripping. And so the original one on the Bowie knives got them as well, so it just stops the leather ripping. Okay. There you go. And I'll just cut the slit in between the 4 holes there. Okay. There we go, done. It's very stiff at the moment, but it'll loosen up with time, so you can get your belt through there and hang it off your belt. Ta-da! Right, those are the 2 bits of leather cut out. So now I'll just stamp some stitching holes around the edge and then stitch it together. See how we go. Right, I've stuck the edge down just to keep it in place for a bit before I do the sewing. I'm also going to put these, they're a bit small but I think they'll work, these little rivets on the corners there just to help it or stop it tearing with use, as it were. So, and it looked quite cool, I think, as well. Little rivets there. There we are, you see. Okay. Right, just making the hole for the rivet. There's quite a lot of leather to go through there. There we are. Oh, look at that. Ta-da. Right. I might as well fix those if I can. Give them a bash with the mallet in a minute. Come here. Of course, I've not got an end. There we are. Okay. I'll give that a hit with a hammer in a minute. Right, I'm going to put the stitching holes along the edge there, so it'll be easier to stitch. So do that next. I'll put a bit of leather underneath the rivet there. Hopefully it won't crush it. I'm just going to give that a bit of a tap. Just like that. And that one. And that's set them in nicely, and they're not crushed in any way. Right, I'll do the holes for the stitching now. I think I'm going to scribe a line, otherwise it's all going to be a bit wavy. So, right, scribe a line around the edge. Right, I'm going to put the holes in for stitching. I'm going to have to hit this quite hard to get this going all the way through. So, big noise. Yeah, still hasn't come through, look at that. Oh, just showing. Crikey. And there she is, look at that. I'm going to give it one more whack. Okay, it's like getting Excalibur out. Oh, look, I didn't break that. Oh, that's well in there. Okay. Oh. Yeah. First time I put these through something as thick as this. Crikey, don't want to let go. Hang on. Right, I'm using the one with 4 tines on it, not the big one there. It's a bit easier to get it out. Yeah. Easier to look it through as well. Where's my hands in the way? There we go. It's the trouble when you've got a camera right in front of you. Right, I'm going to work my way around, so I don't need to film it, so I'll show you it when it's done. Okay, I don't know if it's going to pick this up or not, but anyway. 2 needles with thread attached, and I've got the piece in the donkey here. The needles I've got are quite big on the end, so I'm not going to be able to pass them through the hole together, as it were, as in like the way you're supposed to do it, as in make a cross and put the needles through and pull out, because the holes are big enough but the needles are too big, so I'm going to put them through one at a time. It's still quite tough, so I'm going to use my pliers to pull them through. Again, sorry about that focus on the camera, it's very noisy. I think it's because I got it zoomed in. Right, I'll just give it a little tug. Right, I'm going to work my way around. Having a go at it, doing the stitching by pushing the needle in, needles in together, as it were, so in an X shape, so you you don't spear yourself. So yeah, I'm going to do a bit of that for a minute. Okay, nearly at the end. I'm going to get to the end and then come back about 4 stitches just to lock the thread in so it doesn't undo. Again, apologise for the noise that focus is making, autofocus. Can't make up its mind where I am. I've not moved from here for about an hour. Nearly there. Nearly there. Right. Last one, and then I'm going to go back. Of course, the hole's already got 2 threads going through it, so it's not going to really like going through it again. But show it who's boss, haven't we? One. It's quite interesting how much thread you use up. I must have used up nearly 1.5 yards, nearly 2 yards, you know, well over a metre of thread just to do this. Eats it up. Okay. So I'll just do one more actually. I'll tell you what, just do it that way. Just that one. Then the threads are out on the back. Tug. And my trusty scalpel. Just to nip off things. Ta-da! There she is. Not the prettiest of stitching, but I think it will work. Excuse me. Said shears. I think I've got to zoom out again. Zooming out, oops, zooming out, zooming out. There we go. First time, see? Look at that, you can witness to the first time they go in. There you go. Hang on the belt. Oh, I think they look quite snazzy. There you go, I think you'll be happy with those. Right, that's more or less it really. I might put a bit of waterproofing on the back as they'll be using them out on the farm, so just do that, more or less job done. Okay, hope you enjoyed watching and I'll see you in the next one.